I want to remind all of you that you can go down to the link that is pinned at the top of the comment section of this video, and once you click on that link, you will be redirected to the website where you can buy your very first Arana Nation t-shirt. Buy one for yourself, buy one for your friends, buy one for your family, buy one all around, and show your patriotism and show that you are willing to stand up to the social media oligarchs over there in Silicon Valley who continuously demonetize the Arana Nation's videos and prevent the Arana Nation from getting the necessary funds it needs to build this operation and make this operation even better viewing for its wonderful subscribers who are hell-bent on preserving patriotism and for hearing the truth and for listening to what the Arana Nation has to say on many different subjects that are in the media. So buy your shirt right now and show off your patriotism. So the federal government is doing front flips and back flips and doing more flips than the Cirque du Soleil because supposedly Canada added 32,000 new jobs to the economy. Or if you want to listen to the CBC, 44,000 new jobs to the economy. Well, the Arana Nation is calling BS on this whole thing because the Arana Nation is about to reveal and has found out that most of those jobs are in the public sector. So it's not the economy that's creating these jobs. It's the government that is cooking the economy and creating these jobs. So really, actually, the report has also said that private sector jobs, which is real jobs, have actually declined in Canada. So jobs are actually going down in Canada. Private sector jobs are going down. 7,000 private sector workers completely disappeared from the record. So the government is cooking the books on the economy. Jobs are not coming to Canada. They're just being created by the Mac Daddy's government to make it look like jobs are being created in Canada. So, I mean, we can read the CBC right now, the crappy broadcasting corporation. The biggest gains in the jobs were made in public administration, which added 32,000 jobs. The sector saw gains in every province and mainly in temporary work. So these aren't even real jobs. These are just temporary jobs that the government in pretty much all the provinces of this country and the federal government have created just temporary, long enough to show a good jobs report and then throw everybody off into the street again. One industry that experienced declines was natural resources. Now, natural resources is what made this country. Remember, the Hudson's Bay Company, Rupert's Island, Canada was built on natural resources, and the governments of the world are tearing up the industry. They're just tearing it up. The numbers fell by 8,000 in October, with total losses in the industry climbing to 26,000 over the past 12 months, and most of the declines in Alberta. Shocking, seeing as though the Mac Daddy has said publicly that he has complete disdain for Alberta. Looking underneath the headline numbers of the report, some economists argued the results were more mixed and contained little information to significantly alter the Bank of Canada's thinking ahead of its April 18th interest rate decision. For instance, the data showed that 19,600 of the new employee positions created were in the public sector, in the government sector. Public sector, that's what it is. The government creates some industry, it creates some crown corporation, it creates some job and tells people to come on in and work for them. By comparison, the number of private sector workers declined by 7,000. The same thing that's being said by the CTV. And, I mean, all of them are saying this. BNN is saying this. Everybody is saying this. This is not real. This is not the real economy, folks. The real economy is when the people in the private sector say, you know what? I want to come to Canada. I want to invest in Canada. I want to start a business in Canada. I want to create jobs in Canada. That's the real economy. The Mac Daddy and his government making money, making jobs, creating jobs, and cooking the economy. That's not the real economy. The government can do whatever the hell it wants, and they're doing it right now. That is not the real economy. And I say that what we need to do is actually have a law that bans putting public sector work in the jobs report. I think we should have public sector jobs stricken from the record of job reports. I'm not against public sector jobs. I'm not against necessarily completely against the Keynesian system, but that's not the real economy. The private sector is the real economy, and anybody with a brain would understand that. So that's what we need to do. I say we should stop allowing the government to cook the economy and painting a rosy picture and blowing sunshine up our backsides, saying that everything is well in the economy when it's just them creating the job. Meanwhile, private sector jobs are actually going down, and that is just the fact. And they even said these are temporary jobs that are being created by the federal government and all governments around Canada. That's not fair. That's not job creation for Canada. That's temporary work for Canada. Jobs are actually leaving Canada. That's a fact, thanks to the three amigos, Justin the long-haired Mac Daddy, Kathleen Cowperthwaite, Jezebel Wynn, and Rachel the communist Notley out there in the socialist hellfire known formerly as Alberta. They have thrown jobs out of Canada and landed them in the arms of Donald J. Trump, and Donald J. Trump, make no mistake, is praying for Kathleen Wynne to win the next election, and is praying for the Mac Daddy to be reelected, and is praying for Rachel Notley to be reelected in Alberta. Because if they're reelected, that means more jobs go to the United States. That is just a fact. And this is the Arana Nation.